Hello everyone and welcome to the very first video of my YouTube channel. In this video we are going to discuss all the basic you need to know if you are a beginner in English language learning journey. So in order to speak English, you need to have a basic idea of English grammar. I'm not saying the grammar is really important if you want to speak English, because at school we learn English since our childhood. We give exams, but yet some of the people are not able to speak English. So why knowing the basic grammar of English is really important? Because if you have the basic idea of English grammar, then you'll be able to frame sentences, and the people with whom you'll talk in English, they'll be able to understand what you are trying to convey to them. The basic grammar you need to know is parts of speech, articles, tenses, and vocabulary. Let's start with parts of speech. Here comes the first one, nouns. What are nouns? A noun is used to name a person, a place, an object, or an idea. For example, a book, a cat, a dog, these all are nouns. The next is, what are verbs? Verb is a word that describes an action. Example, walk, sit, sing, dance, these all are verbs. The next is adjectives. What are adjectives? Adjectives are the words which describe a noun or a pronoun. For example, small, big, red, these are the adjectives. The next is pronouns. Pronouns are used to replace nouns. For example, he, she, it, they all are pronouns. Now the next topic is articles. What are articles? A and the. These three are articles. Where to use them? In English, we have 26 alphabets. In 26 alphabets, there are 5 vowels and 21 consonants. So let's recall the 5 vowels. A, E, I, O, U. These are the 5 vowels, and the rest of them are 21 consonants. So we talk about the use of A and N. With vowels we use an, and with the consonants we use A. So we'll talk about where do we use these articles. We use articles A and an when we first time mention any noun in a conversation. For the second time we mention the same noun, we use the. For example, I bought a new t-shirt yesterday. Can you believe the t-shirt was so cheap? So in the first mention, it was not specified about what t-shirt I'm talking. And in the second mention, it was specified that I was talking about the t-shirt that I bought yesterday. This was the basic idea where we use a, and the. If you specifically think about where to use a or an, we can use them in nationalities or jobs or religions, like I am a student, I am a teacher, I am an office employee, or I am an Indian girl. So basically we use a or an when we are talking about not a specific thing, person, or place. Now we'll specifically talk about the uses of the article. Like I already told you that we use the when something is already mentioned in a conversation, and we use the with something which is specified when there is something one of its kind. It's very unique, like the sun, the moon, the solar system, the Prime Minister of India. Or when we define a specific person, place, or an object. For example, I love the necklace that my father gifted me. Not just a random necklace, I'm talking about the necklace that my father gifted to me. So I specified that object. So I used the. So up to now we know where to use articles. Now we'll get to know about where not supposed to use articles. When there is uncountable nouns. For example, milk, water, coffee. These are uncountable nouns. We cannot count them, right? So we cannot use articles here unless we are referring to a specific example. I like to drink coffee. Here I did not use any article in front of coffee. Now if I try to specify the coffee, for example, the coffee sachet in my kitchen is expired. I use the in front of coffee because I specified the coffee which is expired. So that is why I used the article. We also do not use the article in front of general things like birds. Birds we can find anywhere, right? So for example, I love watching birds. I would not say I love watching the birds. I would just say I love watching birds. Because it's common, we can find them anywhere. And with country names also we do not use any article. Exceptions are still there. If any country name has plural in its name, like the United States of America, we would not say just the United States of America, we would say the United States of America. Alright, the Philippines, the Netherlands, we use the. With languages we do not use articles. French, Hindi, English, we will never use articles with languages. And with meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, we would never say our breakfast, the lunch, we would never say that. With people name also we do not use any article. Now this was all the story with articles. Now we'll switch to tenses. So in English language there are total 12 tenses, but at basic, when you are just starting to speak in English, you should at least know 4 tenses. And what are those? Let's talk about that. The first tense, present simple. In present simple, it refers the action which takes place on the regular basis. For example, I do exercise every day. Like I do exercise on daily basis. The next is present continuous. It is used to describe an action which is happening at the moment. For example, I am exercising right now. What do you mean by that? That means right now at the moment I am exercising. Next, past simple. Past simple is used to refer an action which has already happened. For example, I did exercise yesterday. Now the last but not the least one is future simple. It is used to refer the action which will take place in the future. For example, I will exercise tomorrow. So the last topic of our video is vocabulary. Vocabulary includes greetings, basic questions, basic replies, and common everyday phrases. Let's talk about the phrases which come under greetings. They are hi, hello, hey, what's up? They are all the greetings. Now if we'll talk about the phrases which come under basic questions are, what is your name? What do you do? Where do you live? What is your age? These are all the random phrases that come under basic questions. Now let's talk about all the phrases that comes under basic replies. I am a student. I'm from India. I'm doing great. Now we'll talk about the common everyday phrases. I'm pleased to meet you. It is used when you meet someone and you really like that person. So you let them know by saying this phrase that you are really happy to meet them. You're so pleased to meet them. The next one is, it was good catching up with you. We use this phrase when we have been talking with a person since a long time and you really want to end the conversation. So you can say this phrase like, it was good catching up with you. Now I gotta go. So it will be such a polite way to end a conversation and say your goodbyes to that person. Now the next phrase is, don't mention it. When someone say thank you to you, you did a favor to that person and the person is saying thank you so much. So you'll simply say don't mention it. It will be such a polite way to accept someone's thank you. I cannot help you there. We use this phrase when you don't have any idea about something, like someone is asking you for a favor and you really do not know what to tell them. Then you can just simply say, I don't think so, I can help you there, or I cannot help you there. The last phrase is, that's not how I see it, when you disagree with someone's thought or opinions or idea. So I have completed all the topics that I mentioned in the starting of the video: parts of speech, articles, tenses, and vocabulary. Hope you guys got some information about how to start as a beginner in English language journey, and all you have to do is practice. doing practice is really important in order to learn a language. Practice is really important. We need to do practice on a daily basis in order to learn a language, because if we do not do practice on daily basis, we cannot be fluent in any kind of language, just not in English. And learning a language takes time, so we have to be consistent. We should have some patience as well. So with this, our video comes to an end. This is all for today's video. I hope I was able to help you guys in your English learning journey. So keep learning and keep practicing. We'll meet in another video. Until then, bye bye.